Masters, we'll move on to the next chapter. Yesterday, we understood that how the divine helps anybody who's a meditator who believes in the divine and dedicates himself completely to the divine. How the universe helps. This we saw yesterday's when we discussed about how Yogananji meets his guru in Brindavan. Though Sri Rampur had been just 10-12 kilometers away from Calcutta, he never met him before. But all the way in Brindavan, both Yogananji and Swami Shikteshwarji meets, which with a seeking mind, how he was seeking his guru, and finally he meets his guru. So now what happens is next we will see and how he was helped in examination during the examination. Many things we yesterday understood. If we have that willpower, if we have that Ichha Shakti, how we will be able to meet divine, how we will be able to receive God's blessing and God in our lives. So now next chapter is Two Penniless Boys in Vrindavan. This is again a very deep learning. And also yesterday we understood that in difficult times also, though it may be very difficult sometimes when we go for learning something, be it in any of the ashramas or wherever we go, if we have that seeking mind and we have gone there, there may be something that we may not be very comfortable about. How Yogananji was not very comfortable in the hermit in Banaras, but he had three great learnings from there which helped him later in his life. One, that he should not take money from his father or anybody. He should not tell about his hunger. If he is hungry, he should not tell it out to anybody. Whether, and then Guru and Swami Dayanandji tells him once when he was very famished, he was so hungry after keeping the fast, and he tells Dayanandji that I will die, and he tells him to die because nobody will. He explains him that nobody will die because of food, because food is not that gives us energy. It is the divine who gives the energy in the form of prana. If prana is not there in the body which has everything else, which has eyes, legs, everything is there intact, but they are not able to move. So it is only and only because of the divine energy, not because of food or worldly things that our life goes on. The blessings should be from the divine, then our life will be smooth. And so yesterday was a very deep thing where Guru also, when he meets Yukteswarji tells him that you have to surrender yourself completely to me. You have to obey when whatever I say. Then only I will receive you as my disciple. So now what happens is after coming from from Banaras, sorry, it was Banaras where he went to the hermit. So from Banaras, he has returned back, and he's returning back, and he comes to his brother's place. So he is now his father. He goes and meets in Calcutta his father again, and then his father. He meets his brother Ananta in Agra. From Banaras, he goes to Agra, where his brother is now residing, and he's in a government job like father. Ananta, who is the elder brother of Yogananji, he is transferred from Calcutta to ancient city Agra now, and he's settled there as of now. So from Banaras, both Yogananji and the young Mukunda, and uh, since he was not Yogananda was the name given to Mukunda afterwards by Swami Shikteshwarji when he attended the ordeal of Giri Parampara. So he say before that his name was Mukunda, as I have been repeating that. So he says that Mukunda comes to Agra to his brother's place, and his brother was supervising accountant for Bengal Nagpur Railway, and that is how he has been now in Agra. So when they come to Agra, so his brother receives him there, and he says, "You well know, Ananta, that I hope you are not seeking to inherit and I see you're not seeking to inherit the father's property. So, because he had never that charm of having property or any worldly things, um, Yogananda replies him. He says, "No, I seek my inheritance only from the heavenly Father." So his mind from that time, from childhood, was only and only nothing he was liking. Nothing he wanted the worldly things in his life. Like unlike many of us, we want good clothes, we want comfortable living, we want, a family and so many things. But Mukunda was from his mind was always seeking Heavenly Father, divine in his life, nothing else. And that was only through Guru. He was very clear that Guru is needed to take him to the divine. Therefore, he seeked Guru in his life. His Guru, he always wanted to meet his Guru because through him only he will know the doorway to reach the divine. So that is the importance of Guru, having Guru in our life, right? So he says that Ananta tells him money is first, God can come later. His brother tells him, elderly brother says that money is first, God can come later. Who knows, life may be too long and you need all this. But Mukunda was very clear. He says, no, no, for me, God comes first and money is the slave of the God. So I will just get everything what I need. God is first for me. And God, who knows, life may be too short. We never know. So God, let us. He conveys that message that seek God first in your life, and if you have God in your life, everything else will come smoothly. So he says, and so Ananta is like he doesn't understand that mind. No, though they both are brothers, but Ananta mind did not understand what Mukunda is going on in his mind, and he was not able to understand his younger brother's mind. And he always wanted to take him away and bring him back to the homely affairs. He was very kind, very compassionate brother. Ananta was very, very elderly brother, like a father deity, like how in our Indian homes are that if a father is no more, he leaves the body, then the elder big brother is like a father figure in the family. So Ananta always was very caring and was longing to see Mukunda that he also comes back home rather than wandering here and there. His mind is always wandering to run away from home. So Ananta wanted his mind to change. He wanted Mukunda to settle down in the family, settle down at home, but he did not know the purpose, right? He did not know Mukunda's purpose. What has he come for on this earth? So he keeps on doing something or the other, bringing him back from Himalayas when he wanted to go there, being a stop gap in Haridwar when they were going with his friend, another two friend, and likewise many other things. So this time he says that again when he's back from Banaras, Mukunda, then again thinks that okay, he should not run away and be at home when both he and his friend Mukunda and Mukunda's friend had arrived. They were full of dust. Face was full of dust and you know uh, um, and looking very tired. So Ananta was worried that he should not leave the home once again. So he says that my resort was summoned by the exigencies of the moment and held no presentiment. Yet the leaves of time unfold to early finality of Ananta. And then he says that whatever he had learnt in the hermitage, Mukunda is telling wisdom from the hermitage, I suppose. But I see you have left Banaras. Ananta is always mocking him. Through mocking, he wants to dishearten Mukunda to go to these hermitages and to go to spiritual places or to Himalayas. So he says that, you went, I hope you have had a lot of wisdom. You have received wisdom from the Banaras hermitage, but now you have left Banaras also. So Ananta's is very satisfying that, okay, my brother now from Banaras also, he wanted to go to the hermitage. He has gone there and he has come back from the Banaras. So he was feeling very satisfied inside that, okay, finally he has understood, my brother has understood. that these things are not something that is of any use. So then Mukunda says that my sojourn in Banaras was not in vain. He says, no, I went to Banaras. It was not in vain. Why? Because I found there everything my heart had been longing for. And what his heart had been longing for? His Guru. And he met Swami Shiv Yukteswarji in Banaras. For the first time, he met his Guru there. He saw whose images used to run in his mind, who used to come in his dreams. That Guru who had been seeking, he met him in Banaras. So he says, no, my journey to Banaras was not in vain. I met my heart there. My heart had been longing for, and I met my Guru. So he says that Ananta starts laughing. He says that he feels that he was not able to understand what Mukunda was saying. Says, what are your plans now? He says, now what is your plan? Okay, you went to Banaras, you have met your Guru. Now what is your plan further? So he tells, because they are in Agra now, from Banaras, both his friend Jitendra and Mukunda has come to Agra, where this brother is residing. He says, Jitendra, my friend, persuaded me to Agra because he wanted to see Taj Mahal. That is why we have come here to your house. And then after visiting Taj Mahal here, I want to go to my newly found Guru, Swami Shiv Yukteswaraji, whose hermitage in Sri Rampur. He says that what he wanted to convey is that it is not I am running from hermitage. I have not run away from Banaras. I met Guru, and through Guru, I'm through his whatever Guru has told me, I'm following that. I am going to Sri Rampur after visiting Agra. So those time the trains were not so fast. There was no flight that they will reach so fast. Na? So his guru had told that after 4 weeks you will be back to me in Sri Rampur when Mukunda didn't want to leave his guru. So now this time was passing by. He came from Banaras to Agra, and then again he has to go from Agra to Sri Rampur. So during this, what happens is when all this is happening in Agra, Ananta is still mocking his younger brother. And he says that, so you feel that when Ananta says, no, everything is divine for me, everything is guru for me. So something he starts thinking about, and he says that Ananta tells Mukunda, so you feel quite independent of father's wealth. You don't want father's wealth, right? Ananta is gazing Mukunda's face, and Mukunda says, I'm conscious of my dependence on God. I do. So what he indirectly says that I am not dependent on father's wealth. This worldly father, I'm not dependent on this worldly father wealth. I am very conscious of my dependence on God, and God is the only one. I am very consciously. I see God in everything what I need. So, Ananta, who's again, he gets offended whenever Mukunda talks like this, and during that time, he was not able to connect the same way as Mukunda to the God. So he says that he says that life has shielded you thus far. Till now, life has been shielded. What is a light? If you were forced to take an invisible hand for food and shelter, you would soon be begging on the street. He says that if you keep on saying that you have dependence on God, you are very conscious about it, and you are polite about that forced to took the invisible hand of God for food and shelter. It is not true. It is all, it is just uh, your thoughts and your words in the air. They have no meaning. They have no power. You will be soon be begging on the streets if you keep doing it like this. So he keeps on advising young Mukunda, but Mukunda is, he is completely, he knows what he is telling. He is conscious about his words, and so he is confident that God will always be taking care of him. So Ananta, he says that we will see. So he has a plan. Ananta, elder brother, has a plan to break him completely again, Mukunda, that his belief, he wants to break his belief of having um, uh, complete, he believe in the God, that God is the one who will take care. So Ananta wants to break that. So what he says is that he gives a proposal. He says that I propose that I send you and your fellow disciple, which is Jitendra, this morning to a nearby city of Brindavan. So Brindavan is very near to Agra. It is hardly, I mean, now, as of now, it takes 1.5 hours from, or 1 hour if the train is fast, or by the car, it takes from Agra to Brindavan 1.5 hours. But during that time, it may be taking little longer. He says that I want to send you to this morning to the nearby city of Brindavan. From Agra to Brindavan, he wants to send. And he gives the conditions. He gives the conditions to Mukunda that you will not take a single rupee from anybody. You are not going to beg. And either for food or money, you are not going to beg to anybody. And you must not reveal who you are. You should not reveal yourself, your true self, that uh, who in this world you come from, which family. And you must not go without your meals. You have to have your meals also, and you must not be standard in Vrindavan. And this all without money. He says that all without money, I want to see how God is going to help you. So you haven't to take any money from there. You need not. You have to have food. You are not going to beg for anything, food or money, and neither you are going to be standard in Vrindavan. That means you have to come back. You have to return back to my bungalow in Agra by 12 o'clock tonight itself. So he gives a day's time and he tells him, in this today's day, you have to do all this and come back without money. You are going to go to Vrindavan. You have to visit every place. You have to see Vrindavan and come back. So, and he says, without having broken any of these rules of the test, and I shall be the most astonished man in the Agra too. If you come back like this, I will be completely astonished that, okay, God is really there, he says. So Mukunda, who always believed in God, and that is why he used to go away, run away from home with that belief. For him, it was not very new. So he accepts that challenge without any hesitation, and there was no hesitation in the mind nor in his heart about accepting this challenge of his brother. And he is having lot of gratitude, lot of grateful gratitude memories flashed in his mind instantly. How he was healed from cholera by appealing to Lahari Mashaji. How he was, when he was a young small child, how playfully the gift of two kites he got. We have shared all these before in the previous sessions. How he got the two kites on in Lahore when he was playing with his sister there, and how he got the amulet from his mother, the divine amulet, and then how the Banaras sadhus, came uh, uh, from outside in his home and gave it the message of Mahavatar Babaji, and how Master Mahashay, you know, had been guiding him, materializing how the divine had been materialized the material for his study, Sanskrit material, and how he brought Nandu in his life divine, and how he passed high school. So all that gratitude and many other small little things, daily guidance was there in form of Master Mahashay, who was a Sanskrit teacher for him. But in his form, he got so much of guidance from him, and you know, his spiritual mind became stronger and stronger. So he had a lot of gratitude with all that. When we have one experience, two experience, we become stronger, and we know that divine is there, right? But he had so many experiences in his life, so he was not trembling. Oh, my brother has given this challenge. How I will go to Brindavan without money from Agra? He was confident that divine is going to help him. So, brother Ananta sends Jitendra also with him, the friend who had come from Banaras with him. So he tells Jitendra that I want you to be there because you have to have a watch over Ananta that he does not break any of the rule. The Mukunda does not break any of the rule. Therefore, Ananta says to Jitendra that you have to also go. And Ananta gives them two one-way ticket, just one-way ticket from Agra to go to Brindavan, and no ticket to come back. So they don't have ticket to come back, only to from going from Agra to Brindavan. those two tickets, one for Jitendra and one for Mukunda, Ananta hands over that and says that now your challenge starts. So both of them, and then he sees that anything is hidden or not. So he makes sure that Ananta is not carrying any money with him, neither he is hiding anything in his body, in his clothes, concealing himself, which will help him in this challenge. So when he is confident that they don't have anything now, so he helps them to board the train, which is from Agra to Vrindavan. Complete faith is there in Mukunda's heart, but the Jitendra who is there, he is not as Mukunda, no. So he is like, no, I don't want to go. First he was like that, no, I don't want to go. He said, so brother Ananta has sent him forcefully. So he is still going on that what will happen? I will not proceed with the test. So Jitendra tells Ananta to give him some money that if I require some help, if anything is there, if I have to make telegraph to you, at least I should have 1 rupee, 2 rupee, no? So, so Mukunda says, no, if you are going to do like this, if you are going to carry any rupee with you, I'm not going to be part of this challenge. So Jitendra is quiet, and then they both of them they are in the train. Mukunda is very confident, calm, peaceful in his heart, while Jitendra is having butterflies in the stomach that how they are going to go without money to Vrindavan, how they are going to have food, how they will be famished, how they are going to come back. There's nothing, no money. So both of them are silent. And then what happened? Finally, Jitendra pinches Yogananji and the Mukunda on an awkward spot, and he says that I see no sign that God is going to help. How he is going to supply our next meal? How are we going to have meal? We are sitting in the train. How God is going to send? So Mukunda says, "Be quiet. The Lord is working with us. Lord is already working for us. Be quiet." And he's meditating. Mukunda is meditating, connecting himself to God, and he knows that God has started working for his this trip. And he's very confident that everything, whatever they need, divine is going to give him. But Jitendra is very, very impatient. So Jiten says, can you do something and arrange something hurriedly? That divine arranges in hurriedly. And then with this, what happens is there after the next station before Banaras comes, there were two men who climbs up in the train when the station at the station before Vrindavan, the train stops. And those two boys says that two men get seated beside them, and the two men tells them they are very young. Both Jitendra and Mukunda are very, very young, right? They have just passed high school and have come. So they are selling that it looks like, some like in this age, the teenager age, it happens that somebody has stolen your heart. He says that you are probably flying away from your family under the enchantment of a stealer of heart. So Mukunda says, no, I am not. Please, it's none of your business. It's none of your business. You are very kind, but you're mistaken in judging us. Don't judge us. We have not come trance us from home. We are just, going to Brindavan. So they are quiet, and then once the station comes at Brindavan, the train halts. Both Jitendra and Mukund climbs down, and even these two people are there. They also come, comes down, and they say that no, we are here to help you. We think that you need help, and we are here to help you. So they are like God has sent these two divine beings in their lives the same. It is like that how the energy has flowed from his mind, the willpower of the Ichha Shakti, the willpower of Mukunda is working with the divine because he believed in divine is going to help. He had that willpower, the Ichha Shakti. And in this particular lesson, we learn this that if there is a willpower, then how things will be working for us too. So when Mukunda gets down, these two people also gets down and they say that you are too young right now and we feel that you need help and we are here to help you. So they call a horse cab, Ghoda Gadi, and they say that we will. So they take them to the Brindavan. They said that we will take you to the Brindavan. Don't worry, we are here to help you. So both of them first are hesitant about it, but then Mukunda feels that it is the divine way of helping them, and they take this horse cab. And this horse cab is it stops near the hermitage, one of the hermitage in in Brindavan. So it was evergreen trees were there all around, beautiful place. This hermitage was very very beautiful. So these two people, they take these two children, Mukunda and Jitendra, to the hermitage, and there is one Gaurima. And Gaurima, he says that those two people says that we are not able to find the princess you had told us to find. Go and bring the princess. Those princes have not come. One of them tells that because this hermitage is looking, for two princes were supposed to come to the hermitage that day, and these two people had gone to bring the princess to the prince were there. So from some place in and around Vrindavan, there may be some kingdom from where these two prince had to be brought by these two people. But they say that last moment their plans got changed, and they have sent deep regrets to you, Gorima. But we have brought you another two guests with us. And we felt drawn to them as a devotee of Lord Krishna. We felt drawn to these two, especially to the Mukunda. He says that we felt drawn to them because as we are devotees of Krishna, we could feel that energy. So, so then when they go there, this is the first experience of this trip where they go there and the Gaurima smiles at them, this unexpected guests who have come there, these two boys. And he says that today is the best day that you have come here because I was expecting two royal patterns of this hermitage to come. There were two prince of this hermitage who had to come. But what a shame of my cooking if there was nobody to appreciate. I have made so much, I've cooked so much, and have found none to appreciate it. Yukechi, can you meet Radha? Somebody is there who keep unmuting themselves. So he says that then both of them were given food by Gorima. Delicious food was there. She spreads the meal, helps them, where they go wash their hands, sit there, and she brings the fan for them, and she herself is fanning for them, steadily. How it used to be in the olden days when somebody comes and they make them sit on the blanket seat, spread the food for them in the banana leaf or some platter. So same way there were so many delicacies, more than 30 delicacies were prepared that day. So Jitendra was very he was amazed that how divine is helping, how this has happened. So he was not able to believe that this is a divine plan, but Mukunda was very sure that divine has done this. So there were so many dishes that they had not had this at their home. Both Jitendra and even Mukunda did not had so much of food, so much of variety of delicacies that they were prepared in the hermitage because the prince were coming, the two princes were coming there. So they have meal there, and after that they takes a departure from there. And stomach is full now. They have got the food without needing money. Divine has helped them to have food. So they come there and they sit under the tree, the Krishna tree. They sit under that tree and they are relaxing, both of them. Takes departs and gives their lot of gratitude to Gaurima, and in their heart, Mukunda is giving lots of gratitude to the divine, and he says that no man lives who has not seen certain of his prayer granted. He knew that his prayers has been granted by the divine as help. So Jitendra, who is there, he is like, okay, lunch has come. It may be just it has come, but what about us now? How we will go to Brinda? How we are going to see Brindavan? How we are going to return back to Agra? So he says, Mukunda tells him that, like many others, no, you also forget very quickly. The divine has just now, you have a stomach is filled. That you have seen how divine has favored, and you have forgotten all that, and you are now again you are worrying about the next. He says, don't worry. Again, the divine is must have planned something for us. So after that, when they are sitting under this tree, there is one person who comes running towards them, and he says that at least, dear friends, will you not honor my home visit? He's this man who is coming there. His name is Pratap Chatterjee. So he says that, you. Why don't you come to my? He offers them to come to his home. He's from Vrindavan, and he says, why don't you come to my home? But uh, mm, he says that you are my companion, must be strangers here, but permit me to host and guide you. All of a sudden, this person approaches them, and he says that, it is scarcely probably from the Indian way. He says that, I was meditating under the tree, and when Krishna came to me, and two pa- two faces lit up as an image in my mind, and one of that image was you. He tells Mukunda that one of that image was you, and Krishna told me that your guru is coming, and you have to help. So he says that, you are my guru. He starts telling Pratap Chatterjee. He says to Mukunda, Mukunda is very young. He says to Mukunda, you are my guru. And Lord Krishna has appeared in my vision, and that is how he told me that your guru is has come. And I know Lord Krishna will not. I've been meditating for so long, so I know Krishna will never say anything, that whatever we see in meditation cannot go wrong. And I have often seen you in meditation. He tells Mukunda that I've seen you so many times in my meditation. So now today I have found you. So Mukunda said, I'm too glad you have found me. Neither God nor more man has forsaken me. He just, like, smiled and said, neither God, neither divine nor the man has forsaken me in the form of when I need help. And he says that I am glad. So he says to them that, but I cannot come to your home because we have come to Vrindavan, and I have to return back to my brother's place in the evening, whom we are already the guests. So Pratap says, okay, fine, don't come to my home, but I have horse carriages with me, and I will take you around Vrindavan. So again, they had to go to Vrindavan. They had no money, and this man has come, Pratap Chatterjee, and he offers them. So Mukund accepts that, and he takes them in the horse carriage to many temples, Krishna shrines, and many other places of devotion, shows him them Vrindavan. And then when they have seen and they had to board the train, so Pratap goes and he says that Sandesh is a Bengali dish. He says, I'll get it fast. There's a shop in Brindavan which sells all these Calcutta sweets, the Bengali sweets. And Sandesh is one which is very, very famous. So when he comes back, he comes with lot of sweets. And Jitendra is very, very happy seeing it. So he gets everything, whatever he needed without any money. They had a good trip. Now they had to go back to Agra. They have no money to buy the tickets. So Pratap, when he comes back, when he hands us over the sweets, he also brings two tickets going back to Agra. He says, no, these tickets are also from me for you to go back to Agra. Please accept. And he gives them a bundle of rupee notes, a bundle of lots of money to them. And he says, because, so before that, what happens is, when Pratap does so much and he's addressing Mukunda as his guru. So Mukunda, what he's already initiated in Kriya by Lahari Mahashaji when he was a small child. So he initiates Pratap. He says to Pratap, with lot of gratitude, he says, I will instruct you in Kriya of Lahari Mahashaji, the greatest yogi of the modern times, and this technique will be your guru. So you're saying I am guru, but from now, this technique will be your guru, Pratap. I will initiate you to Kriya. So he instructs about Kriya he tells about Kriya, and he says that Kriya is your Chintamani. And today from now on, Kriya is like a Chintamani stone, which will bring you everything that you want in this life. So he initiates Pratap out of gratitude, and it takes half an hour around that. And this new student, which is the first disciple of Mukunda, the first disciple of Yogananji, he initiates and tells him about Kriya Yoga, what is all about Kriya Yoga and the importance of it. He tells that Hindu scriptures teach that incarnating egos require a million years to obtain liberation. We have taken so many births, right? During this birth, now all that ego which is we have incarnated in our life over a period now, million years, 1 million years is needed at least to come out of that ego, to shed that ego and liberate from Maya to the God, to the divine. If you want liberation, 1 million years at least is required. In the Hindu scripture, it is written like that. But the technique of Kriya Yoga shortens that period. And he says that already we have studied, right, Jagdish and both, how he has demonstrated that plant growth can be accelerated far beyond its normal rate, how it can be done. So same thing Kriya does to us, that our growth in spirituality accelerates when we do Kriya Yoga. So that he explains to Pratap, and he says that be faithful in your practice. You practice now, be faithful in Kriya, practice it daily, and you will approach the Guru of all Gurus, which is Mahavatar Babaji. He says that, and the divine you will meet through him. He says that believe in it and practice daily. So that is how he gives a debt of gratitude to Pratap by teaching him, by initiating him Kriya Yoga. And then these people, Pratap could feel in his sensory bonds within him. He could, the vision today, he says that today's vision of Lord Krishna has only done to me the highest good. Pratap was able to understand what he has received today. It is beyond even his imagination, beyond that he would, he is. So he also has a lot of gratitude towards his new guru, Mukunda, and Mukunda's first disciple was Pratap. So both of them, they gave something uh, divine to each other, something which would not have been so easy for each other. So with that heart, they board the train with whatever gifts they had received, and they reaches the Agra. And in the train, Jitendra was like able to understand the divine way, and his higher heart was very, very full of stone. He felt that how, he was not able to understand what Mukunda used to say earlier, and he never felt that he never in future shall I doubt God's protection. He says, Jitendra, that now whatever I have experienced today with you, Mukunda, now in future never shall I doubt God's protection. I have understood that. And this was a transformation which happens in Jitendra too. So when they reach Agra, his brother asks him how is his journey, what was happened. Jiten tells everything. So when he reaches there, then he says, "Now I shall not be cheated of Taj. I will be going to Sri Rampur." So Mukunda says, "Now I don't want to go to Taj, but I want to go to Sri Rampur." But then his brother says about it that he says that because he had told na, that if you will come as a winner out of this challenge, then I will become your disciple. And he says that I initiate me to Kriya Yoga. He tells Ananta. Ananta tells Mukunda that he was very impressed that how without money he has been and he got the best of the worldly things, whatever he wanted. He got very impressed, and his mind he completely transformed. He completely transformed, and he tells Mukunda that initiate me to Kriya. And that time, this was the second disciple. His own brother becomes his disciple. The second disciple after Pratap, Mukunda's disciple was his own brother, and he initiates him to Kriya. And from then, Ananta has always, never ever stopped Mukunda to his spiritual journey. And from there, they before he takes departure from his brother's place, Ananta's place, both of them. And he says, now we have time, we can go to Taj. And he shows Taj Mahal to Jitendra. And from there, uh, Jitendra wanted to see his family because it was long time, almost 1 month now. In this entire thing from Banaras to here, he says that I want to go and see my family. I'm not coming to Sri Rampur. So to Sri Rampur, Mukunda goes alone to his guru's place and he reaches the door of his guru, Sri Swami Sri Yukteswarji. And exactly 20 days, 28 days, that day he remembers that Guru had told that fourth week you will be here after 4 weeks. Exactly after 4 weeks on 28th day, Ananta, without he knowing, without he calculating, Mukunda, he reaches the door of his Guru's hermitage. And from there, his 10 years journey with his Guru starts from there. Masters, this is what it is, that if we have a willpower, if we have our Ichha Shakti, you know, anything in our life will come. And always and always, Paramahansa Yoganandi has emphasized that deepen your willpower, deepen your Ichha Shakti, and you will receive everything. Thank you so much. I take rest to my voice and I deep gratitude to all of you for listening to me. Thank you. And for this opportunity,
Thank you very much.
Mahavatar
You
Foundation.
truly learned that when you truly surrender yourself to the universe or
Yes,
God, everything will happen, and you
everything
need
will
not to
happen.
worry to these worldly things.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. If we apply it in our life, and if anybody would have applied, they would have also had those experiences when we completely surrender to divine. Because nothing is ours, nothing we do. Everything is done by the divine. We are just the observer. That is what it is in Gita too, right? Bhagavad Gita.
Thank you.
Sure.